All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to what British people think of America. I'm just a simple American, I would say, located in Wisconsin. I would love to know what the British people think of this great nation. Let's jump in.
Okay, what comes to your mind when I say America?
Trump, guns, violence.
In
Bam!
terms of America, I know everybody
Already?
criticises Donald Trump, but
Wow.
he is the elected leader, and if you're a supporter of democracy, well, they've chosen him, and I know he's supporting Israel, so I suppose there's that element of it which isn't very helpful.
When you say America, I think Trump, and I don't like Trump.
I say a country with so much potential, but so corrupt that it's an underwhelming country. Third world country in a Gucci belt, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yo,
Anti-vaxxers,
this
I
is,
think,
wow, this is okay. Man, really? Huh. This was 2 years ago, huh?
People not wanting to wear face masks. Their liberty comes first, their individual right to do whatever they want trumps everything else at the expense of the greater good. It's irresponsible. Yeah, not a fan.
I have quite strong opinions on America. Are you surprised? I mean, more recently, given the current administration, my opinion of America is right down there. I have been to America a few times. I've lived there as well. It's a very interesting country in some ways. To me, it's like an adolescent flexing its muscles and trying to pretend it's bigger than
Damn,
it is,
bro, this is
interfering in
crazy.
other people's countries, etc., etc.
It's a bit of a cliche, but I suppose it's like every other country. There are good people, there are people who are perhaps not quite so good. I've known many very generous Americans.
Madness, craziness.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes. I go over a couple of times a year. My friends live in Houston. I do love the country,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't want to live there. Yeah.
Why not?
No, no. You go from state to state. Laws are different. Sometimes times are different. No, I wouldn't want to stay there now. I think it's quite a dangerous place to live these days, especially.
Yeah, there is a lot of things like happening, politic things. There's two parts of America. Like I think they're not like a unique country.
I think America has always been the kind of country that online, oh, it's the amazing, this best country ever. But when actually you see the facts, it's like, oh, there are more troubles, you know.
America is freedom, but I think there's also a lot of discriminations, especially if you're colored. It's quite normal if you came to foreign country, you would experience these things, but I think America is, they have the worst experience. I think here in the UK it's more calm down.
I don't want to give any opinion about it. So.
Obviously, with them being a bigger country and they take more prominence on the world stage, so I think when we're talking about masks and the ideologies around wearing them,
Yo,
the news
this is
quicker to
insane,
pick
man.
up on dissent, and I think people have been getting quite a harsh rap with regard to adjusting to the lockdown measures in the US or here in the UK, wearing masks being mandated. It takes a
This has to be London. This has to be London, man. Wow. The only thing I'm hearing is Trump wearing mask lockdown and corrupt or whatever. Man, this is crazy. This is insane.
to adjust to those, and I think nobody's being given the leeway to set up the behaviours to adjust to that and then to enact them. So for example, again, my PhD is in behavioural science. I think when people are having to set up a new set of practices, no one's being given the time to allow them to learn how to do that, to wear a mask consistently. When people in Florida are having open town hall meetings and talking about their personal liberties and how mandating masks goes against them, it does a disservice to us as people when we're having to learn a lot in this kind of new world that we exist in. So I think
guess
America
so.
kind of serves as kind of what not to do sometimes, especially when it comes from messages from the top down.
I find it rather a bossy place. Maybe that's just New York, I don't know. It's like, walk, don't walk. Why even come to America?
Yeah.
yeah. How do they interrogate you at the immigration?
Yeah, that's right. But on the whole, I just don't think about it. Made their bed, they can lie in it.
What is your opinion of America? What comes to your mind?
Well, I love America because I am half American.
Would you go there quite often?
I
or-
try, recently I've been there two, 3 times a year. I'm just very interested in the history of America. It fascinates me. I'm not going to talk politically because there is so much going on. I don't live in America, so, we all have our views on certain topics. I do feel they're not treating the whole COVID-19 situation very seriously. I'm sure they are, but they don't appear to be. It comes across that then.
That is insane, man. I don't think people really understand how this country works. Some states they were they were treating the lockdowns very seriously. Some states they were not. They were not treating us serious. Wow, man, these people went in with the COVID thingy, huh?
It's very easy to become Americanized. That kind of grates on me a little bit. Currently, I think that the whole Black Lives Matter issue, its time has come, and I'm very happy about that. And I wish them all the luck in getting as far as they can in their bid for equality. And of course, we need that here as well, but I don't think it's as bad as it is in the US.
Yo, some British, man. Yo, you guys have to tell me in the comment section about what's going on here, man, because this is crazy. Yo, I don't want to say too much here, but that's what you guys think about America, I guess. I'm just I let it sink in. That's what I'm doing right now.
And had to quickly fly back when everything kind of kicked off. I think that it's important that we remember that the issues that we see in America are reflected here. It's not in a bubble over there. Essentially the issues are expressed differently, but I don't think that they are non-existent here. I think it's important that we remember that and that we acknowledge the role that our country's played in that, and that we recognise our faults and that everybody keeps educating themselves.
America's so incredibly diverse. There's lots of benefits to it. I have some really good friends who are Americans, and they're not part of that minority, I guess it would be.
I think it's a bit of a mess as well.
Country, but I guess it's the wrong guy in charge of it. The presidency seems to just be on sound bites and very little detail, and I do think that probably America's standing in the world is diminished because of him. If he is the example or the figurehead of that country, how can it be a great country?
With America, in terms of lockdown, I'm glad I'm not there, because they have so many of those anti-lockdown protests as well that kicked off before the BLM protests. It's just frightening, and we don't have that to the same scale here, so I feel lucky that I'm not there. I have a lot of family there who are very concerned about it, as I would be. So yeah, not great, I don't think.
Dude, I mean, what can I say? What can I say? Well, that's interesting opinions, man. Personally, I'm not expecting good opinion from Europeans, man. I'll be honest, y'all. But it's interesting to see how the British opinions is quite, let's say, quite direct in this regard when it comes down to Americans. Damn. Well, I think on that regard, it's good to know what people think about Americans, and it gives you a little insight of how people perceive us. I don't know what to say, guys. I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna leave it there. Wow. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next one.